Hi guys, for those of you who follow me on Twitter, I am Acid Green Flame. So this is my very first Transformer toy review slash vlog. Today we're going to be talking about the Lambo twins, obviously, because let's be honest, the Lambo twins are simply adorable and they do not get nearly as much love as they probably need. A friend from Twitter, LightningBlade7, had wanted to see a review, sort of mini review of my plushie Lambo twins. So LightningBlade7, this little section is for you, man. So I'll start with Sideswipe. So this little plushie was made by another friend on Twitter. He is fully jointed and handmade. His head moves, his arms move, his legs move, his hips swivel. He has got some fantastic detail that I'm going to attempt to show you and possibly learn how to use my webcam. Might help. He has got these fantastic blue eyes that are not showing up as bright on my webcam as I would like them to. And he's got some pretty fantastic gear going on here with his headlights. So that's Sideswipe. And oh, I need to point out his fantastic little audio horns that were a pain in the ass to make, but greatly appreciated. And of course, what is Sideswipe without his twin brother, Sunstreaker? And just like Sideswipe, Sunstreaker is fully jointed. He's about a year older than Sideswipe, so he's a bit, I don't want to say ratty, he's just well loved. I've taken his plushie everywhere with me. And I'll show you the detail that she put into him as well. He's got the same beautiful blue eyes and some really cool details on his helm fin. And, oh right, and of course his, not sure you can see that as well. She's actually put the lines in the hood, or I guess it's not really his hood as it is the cover of his trunk, since this is technically his roof when he's in alt mode, and his rear view window. So that's Sunstreaker. They're pretty adorable and they make me redonkulously happy. I can never thank the plushie artist enough who made these for me, because she did a fantastic job on them. Okay, so now I'm going to go and talk about, as I knock Sideswipe over, I'm going to talk about the Generation Lambo twins. So obviously I have Sunstreaker, and that was his gun that just fell off because it doesn't like to stay in place. I'm going to pop that back in, maybe. It's been giving me issues all night. It's going to continue to give me issues because of reasons. There we go. I have it more firmly now. Okay, so Sunstreaker, obviously the yellow one, and Sideswipe is obviously the red one. Let's start with Sunstreaker. He is a much nicer yellow in real life. My webcam is sort of washing him out. Maybe it's the light in this room, but I promise you he is not that hideous piss yellow that my screen is showing you. He's more of a deeper yellow, almost like a sunflower yellow. So his nickname, Little Sunflower, kind of apt. He's got some really cool detail on his front fenders. So you can kind of see that red highlight right there. It's the same shade of Sideswipe, and Sideswipe actually has the same highlight but in yellow on his front fender. Little things like that, little details like that really help bring a toy, especially a set of toys, together. That clearly these two do go together in more ways than the fact that they are the same car. So another cool feature about Sunstreaker and Sideswipe as well is that they have really cool gun storage. It sits in their undercarriage between their legs, and it acts as their exhaust when they are in alt form. Another thing I find really cool is his license plate. I'm sure you can see it. It actually says "We are 84." And Sideswipes just says Swipe, because let's be honest, he is a bit of an, well, Sunstreaker's more of the egotistical ass, but Sideswipe likes to be noticed. So both of them actually came with the jetpacks, but I have currently misplaced Sunstreaker's jetpack. It's somewhere around here. I just need to go hunt it down. Now, the difference between the two obviously is one is Sunstreaker, one is Sideswipe, but Sideswipe has this really nice red paint job, but he's also kind of got this really cool black highlights right along the bottom of his body, which Sunstreaker does not have. I think it would have looked just as nice on Sunstreaker, and I'm not sure why they didn't put it on. Maybe just because then they'd be exactly the same and be too much. I don't know, but I like his little highlights there. So they're a really hardy, tough little toy. I've dropped the pair of them 1,000 times and they have not broken. Nothing has popped off. Out of all the toys in my collection, they are definitely some of the sturdiest for, you know, what they are, their size, that sort of thing. All right, I'm going to transform them. I am a terrible person when it comes to transforming them, so I'm going to not make you suffer through that and watch my pathetic attempts at transforming them. So I'm going to just scene jump. There. See, doesn't scene cutting way more entertaining? Now I get to see their little robot modes, which is why everybody's here, potentially. Not sure. Hope you're enjoying this so far. Anywho, again, we'll start with Sideswipe, just because he's just the one I grabbed first, and this is him in his robot mode, and after much cursing, swearing, and a shot of tequila, I have got here. Maybe not quite a shot of tequila, but yeah, I'm awful at transforming these guys. And when I have my masterpieces out, it's ridiculous. It's just not good. It's never pretty. My boyfriend always laughs at me when I try to transform, especially a new toy for the first time. Yeah, no, it's not a cool scene. Anywho, here we are, Sideswipe. He's pretty gorgeous, but I am highly, highly biased to these two. I will try and get him a little bit closer so you can see his face. He really does have one of my favorite head sculpts. It's just adorable. It's very cute. My only complaint with his head sculpt, I suppose, is that he sort of does have the light piping, but it's put in such a way that you very rarely get to see it or use it to its full effect. My only other, again, very minor complaint is that his insignia is sort of right there amongst the black, so it sort of gets washed out, so you don't really see, it doesn't pop like Sunstreaker's does. It sort of it hides along in his chest. Other than that, though, he really is a gorgeous, gorgeous toy. I mean, he's just a very robust little bastard, and I absolutely love them. I adore them. I have, like I said, dropped them both 1,000 times, and I have yet to break them, and I'm sure there are some collectors right now who, if they ever watch this, think, oh my god, you fucking idiot, you're dropping your toys. I've dropped my Masterpiece Sideswipe before. Yeah, I am that person. But they haven't broken yet, which I think if I can drop this and nothing pops off, that is a sign of a good toy. If it can survive me, it's great. So naturally, when we have Sideswipe, we also have Sunstreaker. And unlike his brother, his insignia stands right out. You can see it from a mile away. And again, what I do like is that he has on his armbands the same color of Sideswipe's paint on his shoulder. And if I remember correctly, I am wrong, he doesn't have it on his shoulder. Again, kind of annoys me that he doesn't have the yellow, or you can't see the yellow as well on his robot mode. I would have liked to see that, but, you know, whatever, it's fine. And one of the things that amuses me about Sunstreaker is that his little helm fins, they move. So when you're transforming him, you twist the hood, and his head disappears. And in order to do that, his helm fins kind of tuck in. And I don't know why, but it just amuses the crap out of me, and I'll just sit here and just sort of do this with him. Again, huge stress relief when I'm feeling anxiety or angry or upset. I just want to sit here and torment my robots. I do the same for my plushies too. I'll just sit here and like pet their helm fins. They have a fairly decent articulation for what they are. Sunstreaker can lift up both of his arms over his head. Elbows move back and forth fairly well. It's kind of the hip joint goes back and forth. They can also go out to the side to a degree, like it goes about yay far, so really not all that flexible. He can do partially splits, but really, who can do the splits? I can do the splits. His knees, again, to a degree, can move back and forth, but enough that you could still at least do very decent poses with him. I take pictures of Sunstreakers that swipe all the time, and I can make them ride a horse, climb a tree, climb a fence, climb rocks. Sort of just kind of using what you have to your best advantage, and for the most part, like in comparison to something like the Masterpiece line, these really do have a very good articulation. I mean, even their little feeties are on a ball joint, and it goes back and forth, like he can move his feet all the way around. So they balance quite well because of it, so not that I'm... there we go. So yeah, they're a really good, hardy little robot, and definitely one of my favorites. But again, I'm biased. Huge Lambo twin fan. So yeah, so I guess this was my very first review. I hope it wasn't too boring or tedious, and I think I said or what about a lot. I don't know what the fuck I just said there. That might get cut out too, we'll see. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, or have any requests for what else you would like to see, you can leave a little comment in the box, YouTube box below. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I am at Isino with a 0, not an O, or Acid Green Flames. Yeah, thank you for watching my review.